This is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your October 2017 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising signs. So Aries, for this reading, I'm using the Witch's Tarot deck along with the Angel Therapy Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and then I also will be pulling you a Whispers of Love Oracle card as well. But if you are looking for additional insight over on Vimeo, I will have the October 2017 Love Tarot forecast posted over on Vimeo. I will have that link below. If you are interested in receiving a private reading from me, please check out northeasttarot.com. All right, let's see. All right, Aries. So at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is what I'm using as the overall energy, Aries, for you guys for the month of October. So the Nine of Wands, this is someone who's persevering. Now, some of you might have just went through maybe a difficult time. This person here has a lot of strength, a lot of courage. Some of you might be tired, physically exhausted. Maybe you've been through the ringer, you've dealt with some difficulties, but with that being said, you're still standing, you're still hanging in there. So for some of you, you're maybe persevering, standing strong, staying strong. What's interesting is we have this Nine of Wands here. Underneath it, I do have the Two of Pentacles. So some of you might be waiting on maybe a financial decision here. You could be waiting on some sort of decision. Also, maybe some of you were juggling a lot of different demands. You might have had a lot going on, and this is you hanging in there. So persevering. With the Nine of Wands, it takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage for this person. So I see many of you coming through very passionate, very strong. For some of you, very courageous here. Right at the center, and this is energy that you're dealing with, Aries, right at the start of the month, we do have the Knight of Pentacles crossed by the King of Wands. So some of you, yes, are coming through very fiery, very much in your element, but also there could be some Aries that you're also very grounded, practical, maybe very cautious with the Knight of Pentacles energy. He's an earthy energy. He's the more cautious knight. He's the most cautious knight. And when it comes to moving forward, he takes baby steps. He likes to plan out the details. So some of you, of course, you might find yourself to be a little bit more cautious or detail-oriented here right at the start of the month. Also, again, he can represent that maybe financial opportunity or decision that some of you could be waiting on. Also, energy-wise, when his energy is at play, it can be a bit of a process. So some of you, maybe something is developing within your life right at the start of the month, very slowly, and with the King of Wands in the challenge position, for some of you, he's very ambitious. He's all about manifesting, taking action. So I think that some of you, you want to take action, you're ready, you're passionate, you want to move forward, but for whatever reasons, you're having to deal with maybe some slower moving energies right at the start of the month. So something's maybe taking a long time to develop, or something's gradually happening for you. Now at your foundation, I have the Nine of Pentacles. So I don't really see you struggling financially, that's for sure. With the Nine of Pentacles, this is living comfortably. This is definitely feeling financially secure here. This is, some of you, you're very successful here. Maybe you own your own business. And your business is doing well. Now, some of you might be waiting on some sort of financial news or opportunity. If you own your own business, waiting on maybe something for your business here. It definitely could be something involving your business or financial matters for many of you. But you have a couple of nines here. You have the Nine of Pentacles at your foundation. You have the Nine of Cups in the recent past. So something could have, went really well for you. Something could have happened and it made you very happy. With the Nine of Cups, this is emotional abundance. So you have financial and emotional abundance here, Aries, in your past. This is also a wish card. So something could have happened that you were wishing for. So you could have made progress with something. For some of you, something maybe developed, something has happened. It made you very happy. But maybe right at the start of the month, for whatever reasons, maybe you're having to be a little patient, or energy-wise, things are developing a little slowly for some of you, not all of you, just some of you. Crowning you is the Ace of Cups. So there could have been a blessing that came through, maybe one that you were wishing for with the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups. This is a blessing that is coming in for you, or has come in for you, Aries. But this is beautiful. Now, crowning you, I think that some of you are definitely very, very in touch with your intuition. And also, you could even be growing psychically, intuitively. For some of you, you know, with this energy, you could be moving forward very slowly and really even relying upon your intuition at this time, right at the start of the month. But just try to stay positive. Try to stay positive. And I say that because energy that's coming up for you around the second week in the near future, we do have the Five of Cups. So this is quite interesting because you have some amazing cards here. But we do have this Five of Cups, and sometimes this is a very doubtful, pessimistic energy. So this is a person who's focusing on the more negative side of things. And for those of you that something is developing very slowly here, this is you maybe focusing on that, focusing on something happening very slowly, ready to maybe move forward with this blessing, with this new beginning, wanting it to maybe come to fruition. But maybe it's just developing here. It needs some time to develop. And so for some of you, I think this is a very doubtful energy that you're dealing with around the second week. I think that you're focusing on the more negative side of things. But this is just a minor kind of energy. By you watching this reading, you can do something about it here. So I think that some of you are coming through a little emotional and maybe a little stuck in your head here around the second, third week of the month, because we have this Five of Cups, but then I also have the Eight of Swords in the position of your power. So I think some of you are overthinking things, you're fearing the worst, you're really worrying unnecessarily here. You're very doubtful, you're worrying unnecessarily. I think that something is just taking its time with developing. But remember, the Knight of Pentacles always reaches his goal. So you're going to manifest whatever this is. It's going to happen for you. But in the meantime, you know, just try to stay out of your head, try to stay positive. This is you worrying unnecessarily and maybe even dealing with some confusion at this time. And then in the position of how those around you are viewing you, and this is normally those closest to you, like friends, family, co-workers, we have the Magician. So I mean, you're empowered, Aries. You're manifesting. You're starting, you know, new things here. Definitely, you have a lot of strength, a lot of power here with the Magician. You have everything you need to be successful. So you're going to be successful with whatever this is. I just think it's taking a little time for you here. So you're the one who's in control. You're the one who's empowered, and you have everything you need to be successful. So, I mean, this is pretty amazing. It's just, you know, for some of you, you need to stay out of your head. You need to stay positive. And then in the hopes and fears, you actually have the High Priestess, which can be some of you hoping to manifest quietly, to be honest, with this combination here. So some of you are maybe hoping that you can maybe manifest quietly or keep something under wraps, because the High Priestess is she's a very secretive, mysterious woman. So for some of you, I mean, that could be what you're hoping for, is to maybe keep something quiet. But also, because this is a 2, this might have something to do with a partnership for some of you. If it's not on the romantic front, it could be on the relationship front for some of you. You could be dealing with a person. Now, maybe this person is an earth sign energy, or maybe they're just coming off as the Knight of Pentacles, which is someone who's very, very cautious. If this is on the relationship front, you know, maybe this person is, you know, could have gotten hurt in the past. You know, they could have went through a bunch of stuff, or you could have went through a bunch of stuff, Aries. And so maybe one of you is just very cautious and maybe just taking baby steps here. And that could be getting you down. For some of you, maybe you're a little bit in a hurry here. But also listen to your intuition. Definitely listen to your intuition with the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups here. Some of you, your intuition is absolutely speaking to you here. And again, you could be growing psychically, intuitively here throughout the month of October. And then energy that you're actually leaving the month with and going into November is the King of Swords. So there could be, if not an earth sign person, there could be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra person that's very significant here right at the end of the month. For some of you, this will be your energy, which he represents that more logical energy. The King of Swords for me is, you know, he's a very determined person. He's a decisive person. So if you had a decision that you needed to make here, you could be making it. He's a very sharp, determined person. And I think that some of you might be very focused on something. If this is your energy, you might even be using this sword to, you know, free yourself, from that's no longer serving you. He's a very strong character here. So for some of you, it could be your energy. But then for some other Aries, this of course could be an ear sign person. This could be an attorney. This could be someone coming off as the King of Swords here. That's very significant here right at the end of the month. I think that for many of you, this might be on the job front, but then for some other Aries, this might be on the romantic front. Maybe you're an Aries that was even waiting on like a divorce to be final here. So you could pursue maybe a new relationship with someone else. But you are empowered, Aries. You are in the process of manifesting. You will reach your goal. Just try to stay positive. Stay out of your head, definitely. Let me pull you some clarifying cards here. Let's take a look at this Five of Cups for Aries. This is energy that Aries is experiencing right around the second week. Looking at the Five of Cups for Aries. Clarifying the Five of Cups for Aries. Energy around the second week. Two of Swords, Strength, and the Six of Cups. I also want to take a look at this Ace of Cups. Let's take a look at the Ace of Cups for you, Aries. Which can be a new relationship for some of you. If not a new relationship, the Ace of Cups can always represent reconciliation. Because for some of you, a partnership is going to be significant. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. So looking at the Five of Cups, we have the Two of Swords, we have Strength, and we have the Six of Cups. Clarifying the Five of Cups here. So some of you are maybe waiting on a decision. It might be, it might involve a Leo here because we have Strength. So it might have something to do with a Leo. You could be waiting on a Leo. Or some of you have really had to be strong. You have the inner strength to get through whatever this is. With the Five of Cups, I think that maybe some of you are definitely overthinking things. You're very emotional, maybe healing. Some of you could be healing, getting over some past matters here, but you have the inner strength. So you're going to deal with this. You're going to get through whatever this is. Some of you, I think, are seeking maybe some sort of closure from the past here with the Six of Cups and Strength. And then clarifying this Ace of Cups here, crowning you, we actually have the Four of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Rods. So you think that some of you are maybe waiting on a decision. Other Aries, you could be waiting on something from the past. Something from the past is ongoing. You're waiting on maybe some sort of closure when it comes to that matter. And with the Four of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Rods, some of you might have been waiting on this for quite some time. With the Four of Cups, for those of you that are single, there could be an opportunity for love that's coming in here in the month of October. Sometimes with the Four of Cups, it can represent an offer or an opportunity that's coming in, but it's not something that you initially wanted. So maybe someone's asking you out. and they're not your usual type here. But it's still very well could be a blessing for you that's coming in. So for some of you that are single, there could be an opportunity for love that's coming in, and this can be a lonesome sort of energy here. So for some of you, you're really going to have to maybe make a decision and think about this. Really listen to your intuition when it comes to maybe this opportunity for some of you. Now, it might have something to do with a fire sign person, again, Leo, because we have the Knight of Rods here. But also, you know, this could be an opportunity, this could be an offer that's coming in for you quite suddenly with this energy here. And you're really going to have to listen to your intuition when it comes to this. For some of you, it could even be like a secret offer opportunity that's coming in. But let's pull you some additional guidance cards here. Additional guidance for Aries. All right. I actually want to choose from these cards, Aries, for the month of October. And then I'm also pulling you a Whispers of Love Oracle card as well. Focusing on, there we go. Okay, very interesting. All right, so the additional guidance card that I have for you, Aries, very interesting. We have shield yourself. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. Well, isn't that interesting? We have the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which can be someone who's kind of on guard. You know, they've been through some difficulties, some tough times. And like I mentioned, they're persevering. They're coming through very strong here. And what's interesting is around the third week here, we have that Eight of Swords energy, which can absolutely be someone who is worrying unnecessarily, someone who's fearing the worst. And it says protect yourself from harsher fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. So this is going to help you, especially for those of you that are really feeling this energy around the second, third week here. This is what you need to do. You need to shield yourself from these negative thoughts, these negative energies here. So I think that this resonates very, very much for you, Aries. And then focusing on love and relationship matters. We have focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. So for some of you, you need to focus on love. For those of you that are already in a relationship, focus on your partner, focus on love. Maybe make some extra time for your spouse, for your significant other here in the month of October. And then for some other Aries, I think that maybe some of you are going through something definitely on the relationship front here. And I think that you need to look at things from definitely a more positive perspective here. Focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. So see the positive, Aries. Overall, I think it's going to be a good month for you. I think that you guys are definitely in the process of manifesting something wonderful, no matter if it's on the career front or the relationship front. But you definitely need to shield yourself. You need to guard yourself, shield yourself against any sort of negative energies, negative people in general. Just try to stay out of your head, try to stay positive, Aries, and I think it's going to be a wonderful month for you. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to me, please do subscribe, and if you're interested in receiving a private reading, please check out northeasttarot.com. I wish you a wonderful month. Take care.